there, it's Kristen with Shifting Roots, and today we're starting our flower seeds. Now, I'm filming this video on February 13th, 2021, and in my Zone 3 garden, it's actually a little bit early to start most of my flower seeds. Joined by the hermit here. There we got everybody. We've started some eucalyptus, lisianthus. I have a few snapdragons I'm gonna pop in today that are experimental. And then we're also starting the peppers. Now, you still have lots of time in Zone 3 to start peppers. You can do them up to 8 weeks before that final frost date. But I've experimented with other years where I've started them this early. I like how big they get. I like how early you get peppers and how much more time in the season you have to get peppers. So this is when I like to start them. So one of my February gardening chores is to get the big cut flower garden all organized. What I do is I separate up everything by the weeks that I'm gonna seed start it. And then everything is just ready to go, and it makes seed starting so much easier. So this is the first year that we've upgraded to proper trays. In years past, I just used to save like leftover mushroom containers, plastic things that lettuce came in. Anytime I bought marigolds or other bedding plants, I would save those containers. And that's what I've been seed starting in, I don't know, for like the last 7 years or so. And so now we've upgraded to these cell containers. So this is where we start all our plants in these little cells, and then as they grow, we transfer them into larger containers. Everything is standardized so that the different cell shapes fit on all of the same water trays. They all fit really nicely into our seed starting shelves. There's no like trying to puzzle things in little pieces all around, and it's just gonna be a better and more efficient system. As for seeds, I seed shop from a variety of places, and I also save some of my own seeds. You can check out this post and it'll show you all the different places that I like to get. It'll show you all the different places that I like to get my vegetable seeds from, and then you can check out this video. And it will show you all the different places that I like to get my cut flowers from in Canada. So as we're seed starting, Michael is asking me all of these questions because this is actually his first time seed starting. I've always been the one who's just done it. And it's funny because he's like, well, do you have to do it this way or that way? Or, you know, I've heard that this method is better than that method. I'm like, in my opinion, sure, you can do something because you think it might be better, but as long as you have soil, as long as you have light that's close enough to those seedlings, as long as you water it consistently, like you're going to get something. So if you're new to seed starting, just don't stress too much about if you're doing everything the exact perfect method. As long as you've got those basic things, the soil, the seeds, the light, the water, you're gonna get something.
And heat.
Oh, and heat.
And love.
And love, of course, yes. You gonna sing to our seedlings?
Every night.
Excellent. So let's talk a little bit about what we just did here and how you can get your seeds started and know that they're at the correct time. So the first thing you need is your last frost date. I have this video right here that goes through the process a little bit more, just how to organize that, but I'm still gonna speed through it on this video. Once you know your last frost date, ours is generally sometime around May 21st, then you count through the calendar backwards. So on my day planner, I have every Saturday, which is the optimal planting day, which this year is gonna be May 22nd. And then I count backwards week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, all the way up to week 12. As I'm still filming this, we're still 2 weeks away from that week 12 spot, but there's also some stuff that I want to try that's a bit experimental with succession planning, and we also just like to have our peppers done earlier. For seed starting supplies, you'll need some sort of tray, potting soil. Some people have their special mix that they like to do. I just use regular potting soil. It just works fine for me at this point. Vermiculite, I sprinkle vermiculite over any seeds that are extremely small or seeds that maybe need a bit more light to germinate. You'll need grow lights. I'm actually gonna put a blog post in the description all about the different grow light varieties and which are better and why. You can also seed start from your window if you have a south-facing window. However, for most people, you probably don't have a lot of real estate there, so you're gonna run out of space pretty quick. But if you're only doing 1 or 2 things, it's probably fine. Then you obviously need your seeds that you're gonna start, a garden planner. I have the garden planner that I have in this video. I will also link down below. I also like to use a little bit of seed starting fertilizer. Once my seedlings have started to come up and they're a little bit stable, then I'll start watering with a diluted seed starting fertilizer every 2 weeks. And I find that it really does make a difference. So if you've sorted out your seeds like I did earlier in the video, where it's basically every 2 weeks, you have your little bag that you go, then whenever the date on the calendar hits, you just take your bag, take your seed starting supplies, get everything out there, record it on your tags with your garden marker, record it in your garden planner. And it's just really easy to keep track of everything so that it's all nice and organized. And then when you come next winter to do your seed starting, you'll know what worked, what didn't, and you'll have a really good record of everything. So eventually I'm gonna do a much more comprehensive video about our grow light setup, but for now I thought I would just touch on a little bit of what we have here. This is in the basement because we have a toddler and a baby who seems very keen on walking, so we cannot keep anything upstairs. It'll just get destroyed. My husband built these shelves and then he's made it so that there's hooks and the lights are on these chains so we can lift them up and down as need be. Everything is on a timer. It goes on at 6 in the morning and then it shuts off at 10 p.m., which is really handy. And there's lots of space. We have 4 more sections that we can start seeds on. And right now the extra shelves just function as place to keep the seeds, keep some water down here so we don't have to make quite so many trips back and forth upstairs. And I'll just show you a little bit up close about what everything looks like. Trying to get everything even. These are just cheap shop lights. We're doing some experiments to see if cheap LED shop lights can work. And so far they seem to be doing all right. I know you do get better results if you use those pink, purple kind of blue ones. They do really well, but so far so good as long as you keep them close. So if you're also gardening in a short season with a cold climate, make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button. And you can always follow me on Facebook or on Instagram. There I share every day what exactly I'm doing in my garden in real time. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
He's made it out.
Okay, carry on.